Hey guys, so now I have Coach Gabriel. He's a professional fighter, 6 times world champion. He's gonna share some of the great tips that he does to help us to improve our sparring.
Yeah, so one of the first things that I learned years ago, very similar to what Shane said, if you try and always do your best thing, you're like, I'm gonna be the best I can always be, you're not gonna get any better at the other areas. So that's something that's very good. And then how did I go about doing that? Well, one of the things that I learned years ago was I'm going to attack one area over and over and over and over, and then I have to figure out what to do off that and what it's going to create an opening for. So for example, if I keep throwing the low kick and I see you start to check it eventually, I go, okay, I can't throw that anymore. Now I have to come to there.
Nice.
And I would try and set things up. Just repeatedly throw the left hook, throw the left hook, throw the left hook, and know there's going to be an opening. So you can challenge yourself to repeat the same technique over and over. And then once you see the person start to check it, how are you going to exploit?
So you sort of study their reaction so that you have a setup for their reaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, another big part of my entire fight strategy, every time I fight an opponent, I go, okay, number one, what are they best at and what are they worst at? And if you can start implementing that into sparring, and not pre-plan, because obviously when I have an opponent, I can pre-plan for months.
Correct.
What are they best at? What are they worst at? How are we going to isolate those two things? So if I jump in against you and you hit me 3 or 4 times with the jab and the jab and the jab, I need to go, okay, this jab is a real problem for me. I need to make sure I don't get hit with the jab again. And then during the round, I'm going to go, okay, what am I landing on you? What am I best at? Maybe the body cross is landing every time you jab. And I right away there have already started establishing a game plan. So every time I do a round against somebody, I'm already going, what are they best at? What are they worst at? And I've created a plan. And it's like mini strategizing for an opponent, essentially.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, if you can do that in the moment, in 3 minutes, and come up with a game plan, it's so easy to come up with a game plan against an opponent.
I feel like that's a lot of times when I teach, it's like people just go, and I'm like, what's your game plan? I don't know.
Yeah, just gonna throw?
Yeah, just kind of go whatever.
Yeah.
So I really like that you're creating a game plan as you go during a round, so that way you kind of figure it out. You're analyzing the movement, you're analyzing the angle. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's the best tip I have in terms of, because Shane already gave away so many great ones, so just adding on to that basically.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are we
Heart
doing?
to Heart. We're gonna do a video that you can share with us how to improve your sparring.
So someone's having trouble in sparring, right?
What's your secret?
What does Shane say?
Shane said how to deal with them beforehand, having a good thought process.
What did
And
Gabriel say?
Gabriel says that having a good thought process during a round, analyzing their technique and figure out what to do.
Okay, so no thought process at all is probably my best tip. Like, don't think about anything you're gonna do, with some caveats. I'm not gonna be completely obtuse. You're also talking to a room full of, I'd say, pretty experienced guys, you know? Generally, when people say, I'm having trouble in sparring, it's not the most experienced people, 1 year, 2 year. They do need to have a plan, right? And they do need to adjust on the fly. But largely, one of the big hurdles to get over is to realize you're gonna get tired and you're gonna get hit either way. Do you wanna get hit and get tired while not hitting anybody? Or do you wanna get hit and get tired while also scoring yourself? I made the mistake very early on of being way too defensive and reactive, thought I was gonna be a counter fighter. You're not a counter fighter, okay? Pick some good strategies.
I thought you were talking to me.
I was talking to, anyway. Pick some good strategies beforehand and during and stick to them, but don't just because, if I'm doing my thing and say my thing, I'll just, real simple, 1, 2, 3, low kick. If at any point during this sequence Kevin does something and messes up that plan, it doesn't mean that I was not doing something great, right? What it means is I need to make that adjustment. So I need to think, oh, what did I do? I didn't pull my head off on my 2.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Nice.
boom, boom. It doesn't mean, counter me again, boom, boom, boom. It doesn't mean now I have to go like this and just try to get him some kind of way, right? If your thing is this, you need to stick mostly within your thing.
That makes sense.
As you become more experienced, you can expand upon that. But just because you get hit or you're getting tired, don't stop doing the right thing. The other big one is listening if you've got some cornering going on. If you're in sparring and there's never anyone cornering you, I don't like that. I don't like just, hey, let's just go beat each other up with no mission and no help.
Yeah.
I think I'm a big advocate of cornering during sparring.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And getting practice listening. The guy watching you spar has better ideas than whatever your ideas are. I promise you.
Now, here's a funny question. How do you deal with people that doesn't listen? Because I got people like that too.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Just because they don't listen?
Not literally, right?
I'm gonna beep that word.
Yeah. I will lightheartedly say, I'll be like, hey, I need you to jab more. Move side to side and jab more. And when they get, I'll say, or don't, and see how that's working for you. And then you talk to them after and be like, when you tried what I said, it worked. And they'll be like, yeah. And when you didn't, what happened? I got my ass kicked. It's like, okay, make your choice better next time. You know what I mean? I think you should turn your ears onto your corner. Mm-hmm. They have a better idea. You got 2 guys getting hurt and tired, and then you got 2 other guys who are just chilling.
They can see better from the side.
Yeah, they got the better ideas.
Yeah.
That's probably my best advice.
I do like that a lot. Well, thank you so much, Coach. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the section below. I'll see you guys next week.
I'm sorry.